Hi everybody, this is Lady Robyn, and as you can see, I am not in the robin's nest. I am unfortunately in the hospital. And this is going to be a special Robin's rant, a Robin's rant that I like to call hospital rant. There's so many things that I hate about being in a hospital. And for those of you who are my loyal viewers, you will know that usually I have to go into the hospital every now and then because I have sickle cell disease. And as we all know, sickle cell disease, or any type of disease, is a pain in the butt, literally and figuratively. So I got sick one night while I was out at the bookstore with a friend of mine, and I asked him to bring me here, and this is where I ended up. And I'm not really happy about it because everything decided to happen while I was in the hospital. But that'll be for another video that I'll do shortly. But first, I just want to get this hospital stuff off of my chest. The reason why the hospital makes me feel the way that it does. First of all, there's several things about being in a hospital that I don't like. For example, when you've been in the hospital, have you ever noticed that every now and then when you're in the hospital and you're trying to eat your food, what little bit of food you can put down, all of a sudden the whole hospital smells like poop? Why is that? Well, mainly because somebody just had to, well, of course, poop. And it's not the greatest smell in the world. And it always happens at the worst opportune time. Usually when I'm trying to eat. That's one of the things that I can't stand about being in the hospital. I think that's like a major reason. But it's one of those things that can't be helped. Another thing that I can't stand about being in a hospital is the food. Well, I mean, you do what you can with the food. Hospital food isn't always the greatest. But the one thing that I've never understood about hospital food is when it comes to lunch. Can somebody just define the word lunch for me? Usually, I've known lunch to be like a sandwich or a wrap or a slice of pizza or a burger or fries or something. Not in a hospital. In a hospital, they give you dinner for lunch. Look at this. This was my lunch today. You see that? I had turkey, a big old yam, some green beans, little teeny tiny cranberry sauce as big as my pinky finger, a piece of pumpkin pie, some Jell-O, and some ginger ale. Well, with the exception of the Jell-O, that's not lunch. That's Thanksgiving dinner. Why did they give me Thanksgiving dinner for lunch? I've never understood that. Oh well. Just one thing about a hospital that really drives me freaking insane. Another thing that bothers me about being in a hospital, the loud staff. You ever be in a hospital and you're getting some sleep, the few times that you can sleep, because you don't really sleep when you're here, but the staff, of course, has to go about doing their job because it's a 9-to-5 job for them. So you got doctors, nurses, and all kinds of environmental staff and all of the whatnot coming into your room, and they're like, "Hello, hi Miss Baylor, how are you?" I mean, the decibels just go way up in their voice for some reason. It's like they could damn near wake the dead, and all you want to do is sleep like the dead. Not that you really want to be dead. You'll do enough sleeping when that time comes, but at least you just want to get your rest. That's another thing I can't stand about being in a hospital. Another thing that bothers me about the... crud. Hold on a sec, people. Hello? I'm okay. That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. It's okay, Mom. I'm okay. I'm a little tired at the moment. I'm getting ready to take a shot, but I'll be all right. It's getting a little better in the knee. It's still the same in the shoulder. Yes, they have. I got a cane made. A cane. It's just temporary. Well, I used it for a little bit. I had one before. I lost it, but yes, I didn't have it long because I lost it. But I've had one before. It's no big deal because I had it for a very brief period of time. I took it out with me one time for at a nightclub. It was a Clockwork Orange night. I took it with me as a part of my costume, and I forgot and I left it at the club. And that was years ago. And yes, I've been eating some. In fact, I just had some lunch earlier. I had a little Thanksgiving dinner for lunch. It was a it was I didn't have stuffing. That's okay. Chris may come by. Oh, it, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. How much? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes. No. Okay. Okie dokie. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Okay. Love you too. Yes. Okay. See ya. Always has the worst timing. Where was I? Oh yeah. Another thing that I hate about being in the hospital is when the phone rings off the hook. Usually from the other side of the room. I know that can't be helped. I mean, things happen, but you would think that if somebody wasn't in their bed and if you call, I mean, you just let the phone ring and ring and ring and ring and ring and ring and ring. Shouldn't I tell you you're not going to pick up? Maybe you should hang up the phone and let the other person sleep. Let's see. What else? What else? What else? Oh, there is one good thing about the being in the hospital. This. PCA pump. PCA pump makes it good to have so that you can give yourself your own medications and you don't have to get stuck as much. Although getting stuck a lot in here does really, really, really suck. It sucks so much. And I always seem to get stuck the most in my tummy right before it's time for the summer to come in. And it's always it always happens right when I'm getting ready to wear my belly tees and my hip hugging jeans, and it makes my tummy look horrible. But as I said, that's the nice thing about being here, the PCA pump. Thank you.
I'm going to stop pretty soon, okay?
Okay.
Get that straw for me?
What?
The straw. Get the straw. Right inside that one, yeah. No other straws here.
It's okay.
Okay. I don't know if you're the only one out.
That's all right.
I got a sticky finger.
Another thing I hate, no privacy. Especially when I gotta get ready and take a bath. You know, I pull the curtain so I can have some type of privacy, and yet and still, people always come around, people always peek their head around the curtain. Miss Baylor, can we see you for a moment? And there I am, butt-ass naked, all naked as a jaybird, trying to get a bath. It's one of the final things I hate. But, you do what you gotta do. Anything to get better. And so, this has been Robyn, not so live from the Robyn's Nest. Well, not at the Robyn's Nest. At Robyn's home away from home, the hospital. Taking care of another painful sickle cell crisis. This time in the shoulder and in the left shoulder, right knee. My painkillers are starting to kick in now. Sorry, this was so boring and long. Bye, everybody.